Now look, I do enjoy me a good game of Mario Party. However, after the events of Mario Party 2 from August, I figured that going into the next installment, Mario Party 3, I'd have a similar kind of luck, of at least winning the game and feeling confident. But clearly, Mario Party isn't so nice, hence why it's a luck-based title. So, if you were to ask me what is the most ridiculous, pure luck-based, balls-to-the-wall, insane Mario Party that released on the N64, the one I'm going to answer with is Mario Party 3. With luck and boards that are basically gimmicks into themselves and basically are way more catastrophic than you'd expect, to the game throwing out magic lamps like they are actual water bottles at your local Walmart, and the AI being more insane, smart, and ruthless than ever before. The ability to hold 3 items as well as also a new introduction, but it makes the game so much more difficult. Yeah, Hudson really made sure to give a banger of a send-off to the N64 alright. And so, after playing this video for literally a week, because I was reinstalling Windows on a new SSD and whatnot, and reinstalling not an N64, since I don't own a cartridge of Mario Party 3, it's now finally time to finish off the N64 saga of Mario Party by winning Mario Party 3 on the hardest board and AI.
Mario Party 3!
What's up?
Before we begin, I need to throw down some important disclaimers so that we're all on the same page. Number 1, I'm not going to be using any kind of special items or benefits that can be unlocked via playing the game, as I'm trying to keep this as vanilla as possible. Second, the way I choose what kind of board I play for the series is not based on the difficulty shown in-game via stars. Instead, I take to the internet, looking for what the community and reviewers believe is the hardest board in the Mario Party 3. And after a lot of debacling between Waluigi Island and Spiny Desert, I chose Spiny Desert for the sake of this episode, because I didn't really want to go through an entire story mode just to unlock one level. I'm sorry, Waluigi fans. Number 3, I'm only going to be doing a 20-turn game. Yes, I could do something like a 15-turn game if I wanted, but this is what I'm going to expect most people will be playing when it comes to Mario Party. Number 4, if you've seen the previous episodes of this series, myself and the AI characters will be the same. I will be playing as Mario, and the AIs will be Peach, Wario, and DK. Yes, I know, I should have chosen Waluigi since this is the very first Mario Party he's playable for the first time in, but you know, I don't want to be sued by Nintendo for some reason. And finally, if there's any weird glitchy effects in this video that you might see, this is mainly just for the sake of Project 64, the emulator we're using for this series, acting a little bit weird. So don't worry, that's not you, it's just the emulator being a bit weird. Anyway, with all that disclaimers out of the way, let's get into what makes Spiny Desert, tied with Waluigi Island, as the hardest board in Mario Party 3. In all honesty, there actually isn't much going down on Spiny Desert. However, it is what's going down there already that makes the difference. Obviously, you have your few bank spots, your skeleton key doors, and Boo off to the right side, as well as your usual things like chance times, happening spaces, and event spaces. However, there are 2 big differences that actually help make this board a little bit unique. Number 1 is what I'm calling the Mirage Effect. Pretty much, there's basically always 2 star locations on the board whenever a new star spawns. So you're probably thinking, okay, well there's easily going to be 2 stars on the board, right? Well, here's the catch. Only one of those star spaces is actually a real star. The other is a mirage, or a fake star, and it will disappear whenever you reach it. There's also no way to tell exactly where the actual star is. It's only really found out once somebody finds the fake one. So it kind of makes it almost like basically a puzzle. You don't know if you're going for the right one, so you could be going for the fake one and not know it. There's also these circle kind of areas with a bunch of happening spaces inside of them. Landing on one here will send you to the other adjacent circle, either at the top or the bottom of the map. It's both a great way to travel the board, But bear in mind that if you land on a happening space, every other person that's also in the circle, when you land on it, will also teleport to that adjacent circle. So it's also a really good way to screw your friends over. It's simple, sweet, and completely ridiculous and broken. That's literally the only two big mechanics on this board, but it's how they play out that really make this board difficult. And with that, I think it's finally time that we get into this game into motion. So without further ado, let's get into it.
Yahoo!
Turn 1 started slow, but I made the strange, conscious choice to buy a Bowser suit immediately. This way I could immediately get the early coin lead, and I've learned from the previous entries in the Mario Party franchise so far that you want to start crazy and end really badly. Also, immediate hit and block from Peach for the Bowser suit that I just got is super convenient. Thanks game, you're already helping me. Minigame number 1, in this case, Mario's Puzzle Party, which, honestly, it pretty much sucked, as it was quite literally Tetris. And I suck at Tetris. On turn 2, Wario landed on a happening space. Cool. I stole some coins, cause, I mean, what else is there gonna do? Smoke some dope in my space or something? The next minigame, Bounce and Trouts, I mean, it's weird for the physics of 2000, 2001, but I mean, it's a cool idea, I guess, but, you know, since I was drunk for approximately 3 seconds, I ended up somehow winning. Shocking.
I'm the best.
On turn 3, Wario landed on some more happening spaces. You seeing a pattern yet? Everyone else rolled measly. The next minigame, the Picking Picnic, a 2v2 minigame. And I didn't really get that I had to hold A to maintain grip on these berries, but once I actually got the memo of, oh, I'm supposed to do that, this minigame is actually pretty fun. So we ended up winning. Barely, mind you. On turn 4, Wario doesn't get a happening space. Shocking. I roll and, well, I steal a star from pretty much everybody, and I take the lead. This was a great game for me so far, I'll admit it. The next stars went here, because remember, there's a fake one out there too, so I'm going to be showing you 2 star spots instead of 1. Peach got some items that were actually pretty decent and pretty good, so now she's become a person to look out for, I guess. The minigame, Coconut Conk, a 1v3 game, was complete AIDS, because for whatever reason, DK and Wario couldn't stop bashing each other for more than 3 seconds, because they didn't want to cooperate. Curse gay lovers. Turn 5, and guess what? This piece of crap over here finds the right star spades and gets an item. Good job. Surprisingly, Wario chose the golden mushroom here. I thought he'd want the cellular shopper because that might get him like a magic lamp or something, but hey, whatever floats your boat. Good roll. Nice. Peach using the Bowser phone to call Wario because false husband alert. Also, free Bowser suit because when Wario's all behind us. So this is basically Peach helping Wario. Not false husband alert. Good job. You'd think DK would get the Boo Bell or the Lucky Lamp, but for whatever reason he decided on the Plunder Chest. Strangely, the minigame, a 1 vs 3 ridiculous relay, was the traditional button masher kind of deal. Luckily, I trained for this, and in the end, I won. Turn 6 was just getting ransacked of all of our money, because Wario pretty much got everybody except Peach and took the coin lead. He'd also get an item, you know, because reasons, including a magic lamp and a skeleton key. Thanks, game. Very cool. And forgetting that Peach even had a Bowser suit on her, I would then lose 20 more coins. Thanks, game. Very cool. DK would then use his plunder chest, and I can kind of see what he was trying to do here. It was probably to get that magic lamp from Wario, but he didn't get it, sadly. Our minigame, Slot Cinch, maybe, I don't know how you pronounce it, was interesting. I mean, it's cool, but I mean, let's be real here. It gave me a PTSD of a Ferris wheel spinner, and the music ain't helping it either. Turn 7 started with a massive 10 by Wario. More items, because of course he needs more items. I wasn't sure what he was going for here, because of reasons. He took the Bowser phone. I guess, that's a bit odd, but I mean it's a wise choice, I guess. I then rolled a massive 7, and took a happening space, in which I went to the Spirit Realm immediately. And then for whatever reason, Peach decided to send us back. Man, Mario Party humor is kind of dark, not gonna lie. DK getting more items, this time starring nothing. The minigame Eats a Pizza was actually pretty straightforward, but it was yet another button masher, so you know what that means. Turn 8 is when Wario uses that magic lamp that we got, you know, like a turn or two ago, getting him into first place. Here are the next 2 star spots, by the way. More items, god dang it, Wario, holy crap, Jesus. The winning item was a Boo Bell, so I had a feeling that a star steal was imminent, considering he wasn't far away from that. I then rolled high enough to get to that star, and it was fake. I decided, let's have some fun, and got a battle game. We got a 40 coin potluck, this can't be that bad, right? The game was Slapdown, and it's basically who has the fastest reaction times, which I don't have. I mean, I at least got second place, so it wasn't a massive loss, and I at least made some kind of profit out of it. Then DK rolled a whopping 8. Lands on another battle minigame. But it doesn't actually happen, because this game is actual cancer. The actual minigame in this case, River Raiders, was a coin collecting game, so it kind of made up for the battle minigame momentarily ago. So at least I get some extra coins out of this, I mean, I guess, but I don't know what Wario's going to be up to. On turn 9, Wario used that Boo Bell, but he didn't actually steal a star, which kinda surprised me, but we'll come back to that later. I ended up button mashing super hard to try not to lose a lot of coins, but you know, cancerous game took 20 coins from me. And with a whopping 4, I get an item, in which I ended up getting a mushroom. I mean, I wanted the golden mushroom, sure, but I mean, hey, it's still a mushroom, so I'm gonna take it. Peach using that lucky lamp to change the star spaces, so here's the new ones. DK getting more items because, well, to be honest, I'm not going to complain since he's in last actually, and I feel kind of bad. But he did actually go for something I kind of saw coming, the skeleton key. Since the way he was going would have a skeleton key door, it made a lot of sense to get that key, and I applaud him for his decision. The minigame then, Handline and Sinker, was more of a funny joke, because I could simply just mess with the AI until the timer ran out.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer.
Turn 10, Wario used that Bowser phone on DK, and congratulations, he got that sexy Bowser. Aw, snap! Yet it was only for coins. I guess. I don't really know. Man, DK is getting shreked this game. I'm gonna be honest, like, he's just getting wrecked. Wario with another happening space. Because he's a good child, I guess. Good roll. Nice. DK going for both the star and to see Boo. And at Boo, he stole some of Wario's coins. A wise man. And to be honest, I was kind of rooting for DK here, because I honestly felt bad for the guy. Luckily, he had managed to get to third place with his new star that he just bought. And here are the next two star spaces. The next minigame then, Messy Memory, well, it was weird. Memory games are something I'm pretty good at, so thank God I actually won this. Turn 11 marked the halfway point, and with Wario with a whopping 10, landed on another happening space. And at this point, I figured he had the happening star unlocked, so there's that, I guess. Using that mushroom, I rolled a whopping 7, and got to purchase some Boo Repellent. And this is basically just my way of making sure that my stars couldn't be taken for the time being. But we'll come back to that later. Then Peach, rolling a massive 7, buys this conveniently placed magic lamp and runs into this cactus. And apparently, for whatever reason, the cactus sends you back over here, and she gets a battle minigame. This is actually a pretty big one. 20 coins from everybody, an 80 coin potluck on Merry Go Chomp. And if you've played Mario Party 3, you know that Merry Go Chomp is a pure luck-based game. Luckily, luck may have just been on my side. The next minigame then, Snowball Summit, was actually pretty cool. Although, the kinda sucky part about this was that I was using a controller with ever so slightly sticky buttons. So, therefore, trying to mash the B button to make snowballs was a little bit difficult since it was sticking. I mean, I at least won the minigame anyway, so there's that. Turn 12, Wario out here finding the same mirage that I once found, so now he's pissed. And more hidden blocks, because of course. Peach gets herself a star, putting her into the exact same place. Here's the next two star spaces, by the way. Peach is already next to the star, and is gonna have a stern talking with her, quote, husband, by getting a Bowser suit. Man, wish I had one of those right now. The minigame, Hide and Sneak, was, well, rather strange, since I quickly learned that apparently once the curtains hide the actual props, apparently you only stay wherever you were when they closed, instead of moving around until someone clicked a button. Hence, when I thought I was actually behind one thing, I was actually behind another. Peach with the victory, because, I don't know, maybe she needs one. Turn 13, Wario rolled a massive 2, and then I rolled a massive 1. Peach getting that Bowser suit, and for some reason isn't going to hit anyone since no one's in her path. Nice. She's also getting another star, getting her into first place. By the way, here's the next star space. Peach is getting a happening space because, you know, reasons, but it helps me because Wario's going with her because reasons. She should be down at the bottom of the map with Wario. Awesome, great. DK got a little too greedy on this item thing and he basically got nothing. Good job, DK. The minigame, Title Toss, was, I mean, it was a unique idea, I guess, but these hitboxes of these waves are definitely pretty off. Helpful tip, by the way, stay towards the center so you don't get knocked off immediately. You know, like certain AIs. On turn 14, Wario bought another star, and he's back up in first place. And here are the next star spaces. I rolled a massive 1 and get another item. This time, it's a magic lamp. And after timing it just right, I ended up getting the lamp off this minigame. So, I at least got something out of my turn at least, unless it was a 1. The minigame, Frigid Bridges, was quite literally me falling for getting that lamp moments ago. And let's be real here, ice physics in 2000 circa 2001 were absolute garbage. This is just the game screwing me over because I got that lamp just then. And on turn 15, I rolled an insane 10 and got my second star, putting me back into the lead. Here are the next star spaces, by the way, in case I don't know if you were curious. I then went to the bank, primarily to secure the coin lead instead of going around in that circle. And then Peach, with a whopping 10, loses coins. Nice. DK with a Mirage, because he's still suffering a dead last, get wrecked. Although the man is going to go boo and he chooses me, I guess primarily to get rid of the boo repellent I had. I mean, it's an odd choice, but I mean, I can live with it, I guess. So there's that. Our minigame at Baby Bowser Broadside is actually a pretty unique idea, but, you know, apparently I can't aim, actually, like, whatsoever, so we ended up losing this pretty massively. Turn 16 marks the last 5 turns, and honestly, everything was going pretty smoothly so far. I just had to hold over for another 5 turns, and, well, things were going to happen. Wario got with another happening space, because, you know, of course. I then used my cellular shopper, well, I bought one, rather, because, well, there wasn't any boo repellent instead. Peach ended up getting her 3rd star now, and taking first place, and guess what? Here's some more star spaces. There you go. And then DK rolled a massive 10. But the problem here is what he landed on. It didn't actually hit me until after the screen faded with Toads. It's chance time. And oh boy, did the game really want revenge. Pretty much, I ended up giving all of my stars to Wario, and this basically straight up killed the entire game, and basically made it where I basically could not win, bonus stars or not. So, that pretty much killed it there. The minigame in this case, Logjam, was pretty solid. At least I could press buttons in order, so I mean, hey, I have memory, I guess. The dawn of turn 17. and knowing full well that I probably wasn't going to win the game, took my chances and continued to decide how I wanted to play this. I figured that maybe I could roll high enough to get to the star, hoping that it was actually the right one, and instead I rolled a massive 2. Good roll. Nice. Peach, with a magic lamp, now used that in getting her 4th star of the game. Here's the next star locations, by the way. The minigame, Pumping Away, was honestly, it was pretty simple. Me and DK won it in a blue rocket, of course. Not red, no, blue, because this is red versus blue. On turn 18, Wario would make his way to Boo and would steal a star from Peach, putting her back down to 3 total. At this point, there was literally nothing that I could do to win, since I knew that I at least had 2 of the Mono Stars at this point, being the minigame and coin stars, and Wario had 1. It was this turn that I decided to use my magic lamp, and when I regain at least 1 of the stars that I had lost from earlier before. Here's the next star spaces, by the way. I then chose to get a happening space, on the assumption that maybe, just maybe, I could possibly try to tie Wario or beat him for the happening star before the end of the game. But, it probably wasn't going to happen. Bowser decided to have DK give him 20 coins, because again, the minigame, Puddle Paddle, was a coin collecting game. And it was kind of weird, since again, the A button was now starting to stick alongside the B button, so now it was literally feeling like I was swimming through a jellified substance of some kind, so hopefully that makes sense. Turn 19, originally, I'd actually wanted to use my cellular shopper here, with the hopes of getting another magic lamp and getting another star, but even then, I already knew that there probably wasn't going to be much I could do. Unfortunately, I forgot to use it, and now I didn't. I didn't get another star, however, so there's that. So here's the other star spaces. And knowing full well that my max star count was going to stay right where it was, I pretty much accepted defeat here. I chose to get another happening space though, so hey, that's cool. Peach, with another star, getting her back up to 4. Here's more star spaces, Jesus Christ. Our minigame then, Boulder Ball, was, well, very dodgy. Cool game, but those boulders have some really large hitboxes in my opinion. I can't wait to see this game get remastered in Mario Party Superstars, alright? Let's be real here. Turn 20, the last turn. And I'm still wanting to punch DK for his chance time incident earlier. More happening spaces, cause YOLO! The rest of this turn was uneventful. Our minigame then, Treadmill Grill, was, well, honestly, I actually just wanted to see what a draw looked like. And that's exactly what I did. And with that, it's time for the bonus stars. In the end, I was awarded with both the minigame and coin stars. Luckily, I didn't get into some kind of event that made me lose those things, so thank God.
Yahoo!
Shockingly, the happening star was in fact a tie between myself, Wario, and Peach. So I guess that's a present supplies. Supplies? Yeah, that's a word. But in the end, I think we know who won here. In the end, I lost to Wario and took second place. But good lord, this game is actually difficult. Curse DK and his horrific chance time, because honestly, if he hadn't landed on chance time, I might have actually won the game. It put up a good fight, admittedly. Like, the AIs were actually pretty chill on hard, but I mean, hey, at the end of the day, it's all in the heart of the cards. And so, as we wrap that up, that kind of concludes both this episode and the N64 saga of Mario Party. When you join me next time on the next episode of Winning Mario Party on the hardest board in AI, we'll be moving to Mario Party 4 and the GameCube era. Honestly, I think the N64 Mario Party days are the funnest, but I'm definitely interested to see what the GameCube games are going to really step up in terms of difficulty and just more strategizing, right? I'm excited to see that. But with that, I leave you with a serenade of a title screen. Probably, in my opinion, one of the more calming signs of defeat. And I'll see you next time in Mario Party 4. Take it easy, everybody. Later.